Hello friends, we will begin our lecture series on BA Political Science 6th semester paper 8 titled Government and Politics of Northeast India. The lecture will be slightly long, but I hope you will bear with me. Today being the first day, we'll begin with an introduction to Northeast India. Now, let's look at the map of Northeast India. If you look at this, Northeast India lies in the easternmost corner of India. It is connected with the rest of the country by a small corridor or Siliguri neck, or sometimes called Chicken's neck. The northeastern region is made up of 8 states: Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya, with Assam at the center. We have Bhutan, Nepal, China, Myanmar, and Bangladesh surrounding India. Meaning to say, about 99% of the boundary of Northeast India is international borderlines. Northeast India at a glance. Total area is 262,000 square kilometer. Total population is 45 million. Sex ratio 954 against national average of 940. Population density is 174 against the national average of 382, but it differs from state to state, the lowest with 17 and the highest Assam with 398. Literacy rate is also slightly higher than the national average with 74.48%, but Mizoram has literacy rate 93%, and Arunachal Pradesh again has 67%. Now, general introduction to Northeast India. The Northeast India, as we see here, is in the easternmost corner of India. It is both a geographical and political administrative division of the country. The Northeast comprises of 8 states. Northeast India is officially known as Northeastern Region under the Northeastern Council. Before the state of Sikkim became part of Northeast India in 2002, there were 7 sisters. Now we have 7 sisters plus 1 brother. Northeastern Council was established in 1971. Department of Development of Northeastern Region was set up in 2001, and finally it became a full-fledged ministry in 2004. The vision of donor is to accelerate the pace of socio-economic development of the region so that it may enjoy growth parity with the rest of the country. The Ministry of Donor is responsible for matters relating to planning, execution, and monitoring of development schemes and projects in the region. While the Ministry of Donor would coordinate with various ministries, primarily concerned with development and welfare activities in the region, the respective ministries of our department would be responsible in respect of subjects allocated to them. The Northeastern region connects mainland India with Southeast Asia or ASEAN countries and East Asia through its Look-East policy. The Look-East policy was started in the 1990s, but it was changed into Act-East policy in 2014. Through this Look-East policy, Northeast India became a very important corridor which connect between mainland India and that of Southeast Asia or East Asian countries. Guwahati city in Assam, which is the largest metropolis in Northeast India, is called the gateway to Southeast Asia and East Asia. Geography and demographic profile. As we have already mentioned, Northeastern region has an area of 262,000 or 2.62 lakh square kilometer, which is about 8% of the total geographical area of India. As per census 2011, the population of the region is 45 million, which is 3.78% of the total population of India. The region shares international borders of about 5,400 kilometers with neighboring countries, including Nepal, Bhutan, China, or Tibet Autonomous Region of China, Myanmar or Burma, and finally Bangladesh. The western side of Northeast India is connected to the eastern part of India by a narrow corridor, sometimes referred to as the Siliguri neck or chicken's neck. In 2019, approximately 65% of the region is covered by forests and trees, and a large part of it is also bamboo-bearing forest. The area is also, the northeastern region is characterized by its biodiversity and heavy precipitation or heavy rainfall. 175% per square kilometer is the density, and literacy rate is about 75%, with sex ratio 959. The rural population is 81% and urban population is 18%. Scheduled caste comprises of 6% and scheduled tribe population comprises of 27%. On an average, 65% of the Northeast is government-owned forest, and the rest are owned by village communities, individuals, and chiefs. The northeastern region can be divided into three geographical divisions: the Shillong Plateau, the Northeastern Hill, and the Brahmaputra Valley. In other words, the Northeastern Hill Basin is an extension of the Himalayan mountain. Now let's come to climatic condition. The northeastern region has three major seasons: winter, summer, and rainy, but summer and rainy are coinciding or is at the same time. Whereas winter is from November to March, summer or rainy season is from April to October. Northeast India has a subtropical climate which is influenced by the southwest and northeast monsoons. As in other parts of India, the climatic condition of Northeast India is influenced by monsoon. Apart from monsoon, the Himalayas and the Meghalaya Plateau or the hills of Nagaland, Mizoram, and Manipur also influence the climatic condition of Northeast India. The northeastern region is the rainiest region in the country. Cherrapunji in Meghalaya is one of the rainiest places in the world. Now Cherrapunji has been replaced by Mawsynram in Meghalaya, the same state. Tropical rainforests, rich in flora and fauna, spread their arms across Arunachal Pradesh into Assam. The northeastern region of India is one of the most biodiverse regions in the world. Temperatures are moderate in the Brahmaputra and Barak Valley river plains, which decreases with altitude in the hill areas. At the highest altitudes in Northeast India, there is permanent snowfall. Now, politics and history. Politics and history of Northeast India will be discussed in more details when we come to the next units. But we will look briefly into the politics and history. The 8 states that comprise the region reflect ecological and cultural contrast between the hills and the plains, meaning to say, the hill areas and the plain areas has huge difference in terms of ecological and cultural life. However, there are also significant elements of continuity. Available medieval and modern records indicate that there is interdependence and interaction between the hills and plains since time immemorial. Though the lifestyle, the culture are different, they also have interconnection between the two, or between the hills and the plain areas. Northeast India is one of the most ethnically and linguistically diverse regions in India. The region has a high concentration of tribal population. There are 3 states with very high ST population. They are Mizoram 94%, Nagaland 86%, and Meghalaya also 86%. Each tribe has its own distinct tradition of art, culture, dance, music, lifestyle, even language, and many other things. Now, economy of Northeast India. The torrential Brahmaputra deposits its rich alluvial sill along the banks of the plains of Assam. Meaning to say, the plains of Assam, with the help of deposits from Brahmaputra River, has become very fertile. The economy of Northeast India has got its definite identity due to its peculiar physical, economic, and socio-cultural characteristics. Key industries in Northeast India include tea, handicraft, sericulture, bamboo processing, tourism, horticulture, agriculture, food processing, rubber, etc. Almost 99% of the country's Eri and Muga silk are produced in the region. Now, the per capita income among northeastern states in the year 2018-19, from highest to lowest, are Sikkim the highest, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, and Manipur with the lowest per capita income. Now let's come to tourism. As we know, the northeastern area is largely hilly region or mountainous region. So there is a lot of things that attract tourists from within and outside the country. As per the Ministry of Tourism, 100 lakh tourists visited the region during 2018. Assam received maximum tourists, being the largest state in the region with 58.9 lakh, followed by Sikkim 14.9 lakh and Meghalaya 12.1 lakh. Now let's come to transport and communication. As per March 2017, the road length of Northeast India is 5,26,915 km, and it has a railway or running track of 2,783 km till 2015-16. Airlines. There are 12 operational airports in the region with over 1,704 flights per week, which is looked after by 7 airlines. Waterways. Out of 111 national waterways, 20 are in the northeastern region. So we can say that road transport is the most important or the most common transport means in the Northeast India because of its geographical location. Now, power or electricity. The per capita electricity consumption as of 2018-19 in the region has been the highest in Meghalaya, followed by Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Tripura, Nagaland, and lowest in Assam. Till March 2018, the installed generating capacity of electricity utilities in the northeastern region is 3.9 gigawatt. Now, there is one very important thing about a special project for Tamenglong district of Manipur. Since we are in Tamenglong district, let's look at what this special project for Tamenglong is. The Ministry of Donor has formulated a scheme, namely Hill Area Development Program, for implementation in Tamenglong District, now Tamenglong and Noni District. This is a pilot project for 2 years' term, from 2018-19 to 2019-20, with an estimated cost of rupees 90 crore. Till that, there is still 2020, 41 projects worth rupees 90 crore have been sanctioned, but rupees 28.93 crore has been released till the time this report was met. The scheme would aim for a holistic and inclusive development of the hill districts, particularly Tamenglong and Noni in Manipur. Hill Area Development Program strives to strengthen the state of efforts in addressing the physical and social infrastructure gaps and providing a technology-driven enabling ecosystem for delivery of public services. It would harness the potential of identified local resources, natural endowments to improve production and value addition for enhancement of income of local population. Now, games and sport. Northeast India is a powerhouse of games and sport in the country. The region has contributed immensely in this field from national level to the international level. Now, to show that Northeast India is a stronghold of games and sport in the region, let's look at the participants or the Olympians in the Tokyo Olympics 2020, which is going on right now. In the ongoing Tokyo Olympics, there are 8 sportspersons from Northeast, of which 5 are from Manipur. MC Mary Kom, Mirabai Chanu, Susila Nilakanta, and Susila Chanu. These 5 players or 5 sportspersons are from Manipur. And again, we have Tarundip Rai from Sikkim, Lovina Borgohain from Assam, and Larem Siami from hockey. Larem Siami from Mizoram is the first Olympian from the state. Now, in the Rio Olympics of 2016, we have 4 or 5, actually it should be 5 Olympians from Northeast India, out of which 2 are from Manipur. Again, in the London Olympics of 2012, we have got 10 Olympians, out of which 5 were from Manipur again. Laishram Bambela Devi. Actually, Laishram Bambela Devi also participated in the 2008 Beijing Olympic. We have Laishram Devendra Singh, MC Mary Kom, and Sonia Chanu, and Kothajit Singh Khadangbam from Manipur. And actually, it was MC Mary Kom in London Olympics where she won the bronze medal. Now, other Olympians prior to these 3 Olympics. We have Dr. Talimiran Au from Nagaland in 1948, Dipankar Bhattacharya from Assam in 1996 and 1992, P. Nilakomar Singh in 1984, and Thoiba Singh in 1988, and also Dinku Singh 2000. Now, in the history of Olympic in independent India, the Northeast India have produced about 15 Olympians, out of which, the Northeast India have produced about 28 Olympians, out of which 15 were from Manipur. That means more than 50% of the Olympians produced in Northeast India were from Manipur. Now, let's discuss a little bit about football. Football, because it's perhaps the most important or the most popular sports in Northeast India. The largely self-made Kiran Khongsai was among the first footballer to break into the senior national team in the early 1990s from India. At present, out of the 270 registered Indian footballers in the ISL or Indian Super League, about 100 are from northeastern states. The majority of these players, that is, these 100 players, are from Manipur. That is, 46 of them are from Manipur, and Mizoram contributed 30 of them. Actually, Manipur has become the powerhouse of sports, particularly since the state emerged as the overall champion in the 6th national games held at Infer in 1999. At present, in the national football team, there are about 10 players from Northeast India, out of which 7 are from Manipur. And among the women national team also, about 9 of them comes from Manipur. Unfortunately, there are no much women footballer from other states, but we have got about 9 players from Manipur representing Indian national team at present. Now, let's look at the 7 or 8 states in brief. First, Arunachal Pradesh, which is the second largest state in the northeast. The capital of Arunachal Pradesh is Itanagar. The population, according to Census 2011, is 13,82,611. The area is 83,743 square kilometer. It has 25 districts. The official language of Arunachal Pradesh is English, but it also has many other local languages. It has 60 MLAs or members in the state legislative assembly, and two seats in the Lok Sabha, Arunachal West and Arunachal East, and 1 seat in the Rajya Sabha. The name of the present governor is Dr. B.D. Misra, and the chief minister is Pema Khandu. Now next, Assam. Assam is the largest state in the northeast. It has a population of 31 million, more than 31 million, an area of more than 78,000 square kilometers. It's like roughly half of the population of northeast is in Assam. It has 33 districts. The official languages are Assamese, but in Barak Valley districts, it is Bengali. And in the Bodo Territorial Council, the official language is Bodo. And as a whole, English also one of the official languages. There are also other languages or dialects spoken in Assam, and some of the important ones are given here. In Assam, the number of seats in the Legislative Assembly is 126. Number of seats in the Lok Sabha is 14, Rajya Sabha 7, and Governor is Professor Jagdish Mukhi, Chief Minister Sri Himanta Biswa Sarma. Here, one interesting thing is that all the other states have only 1 seat each in the Rajya Sabha, but Assam has 7 seats. Now, Manipur. The capital of Manipur is Imphal, and it attained statehood in 1972. The population according to 2011 census is 27 lakh. Area is 22,327 square kilometer. District 16. Official language is Meiteilon or Manipuri, but there are also other languages, of which Tangkhul, Mar, Paite, Lusai, and Thadukuki are recognized up to the class 5 level. It has 60 state legislative assembly members, Lok Sabha 2, Rajya Sabha 1. Governor is Dr. Nasma Heptullah, and Chief Minister is An Biren Singh. Now, Meghalaya, the capital is Shillong, population 29 lakh, area 22,429 square kilometer, districts 11, official language Khasi, Penar, Garo, and English, and there are also many other local dialect or language spoken in Meghalaya. Seats in Legislative Assembly 60, Lok Sabha 2, Rajya Sabha 1. Governor is Sri Satyapar Malik, and Chief Minister Sri Konrak Sangma. Now, Mizoram, the capital is Aizawl, population 10 lakh, area 21,000 square kilometer, districts 11, official language is Mizo and English, and there are also many other local dialects. It has 40 seats in the Legislative Assembly, 1 in the Lok Sabha, 1 in the Rajya Sabha, and Governor Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, and finally Chief Minister Zoramthanga. Now, the capital of Nagaland is Kohima, population 19 lakh 80,000, area 16,579 square kilometer, district 11, official language English. But there are more than 60 languages and dialects in Nagaland, out of which Nagamese is spoken as the lingua franca. 60 legislative assembly seats, 1 Lok Sabha seat, 1 Rajya Sabha seat, and R.N. Ravi is the governor, and finally Nephew Rio is the chief minister. Sikkim, the smallest states in the region, the capital is Gangtok, population 6,07,688, area 7,096 square kilometer, districts 4, official language English, and there are also many other local language or dialects like Nepali, Bhutia, Lepcha, etc. Sits in the Legislative Assembly 32, Lok Sabha 1, Rajya Sabha 1. Governor is Sri Ganga Prasad and Chief Minister Sri Prem Singh Tamang. Last but not the least, we have Tripura. The capital of Tripura is Agartala. Population 36,71,032. Area 10,486 square kilometer. District 8. Official language English and Bengali. And there are also other local dialect or languages. Seats in the Legislative Assembly is 60. Lok Sabha 2. Rajya Sabha 1. Governor is Ramesh Bais and Chief Minister Sri Biplab Kumar Dev. This is the end of our lecture for today. Thank you so much. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about the various traditional institutions of Northeast India. We will select some of the traditional political institutions of Northeast India when we came back for the next lecture. Thank you so much and bye for today.